Hello, welcome to Conditions on Circles. Find the equation of the circle through -2, 1, 0, 3, and 2, 0. This is the same question that we had when we were trying to find the equation of the circle through the 3 points that make up a triangle. Question as circumscribing a triangle. So we've had this question when we find the intersection of the perpendicular bisector of two sides of a triangle. So first we need to find where the perpendicular bisector of two sides, so this is where the bisectors intersect, is the center. So how do we do this? We need to find the midpoint of two sides. So that is 1/2 x1 plus x2 comma y1 plus y2. So the midpoint of AB is 1/2 -2, 0, comma 1 plus 3. So that's -1, 2. And the midpoint of AC is 1/2 parentheses -2 plus 2, comma 1 plus 0. So that's 0, 1/2. Second, part B is to find the slope of two sides. So the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the slope of AB is 3 minus 1 over 0 plus 2, which is 1. The slope of AC is 1 minus 0 over -2 minus 2. So that's 1 over -4. So now we need to find the perpendicular line through the midpoint using y equals mx plus b. So perpendicular to the line segment AB through -1, 2, the perpendicular slope is -1. We have the point -1, 2. So that's 2 equals -1 times -1 plus b, then 1 equals b. So the y of AB is equal to -x plus 1. The perpendicular line through AC through 0, 1/2, perpendicular slope is equal to 4 through the point 0, 1/2. We have 1/2 equals 4 times 0 plus b, then b equals 1/2. So our line YAC is 4x plus 1/2. So now we need to find the intersection of the perpendicular bisectors. So that's y of AB equals minus x plus 1, y of AC, 4x plus 1/2. We set those two lines equal to each other, so we have minus x plus 1 equals 4x plus 1/2. So we have 1/2 equals 5x, so x equals 1/10. Solving for y, we have y equals -1/10 plus 1, so y equals 9/10. So that tells us the center of the circle is 1/10, comma 9/10. Now we need to find the radius. So our step 2 is to find the radius. So that's the distance from the center to one of the points of the circle. So distance equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Our center is at 1/10, comma 9/10. And I use the point C, which is 2, 0. So we have our radius equals d, which is the square root of 20 over 10 minus 1/10 squared plus 0 minus 9/10, which gives us the square root of 442 over 10. Writing this equation of the circle, we have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Center is 1/10, 9/10. Our radius is the square root of 442 over 10. So we have x minus 1/10 squared plus y minus 9/10 squared equals 442 over 10 squared, which gives us x minus 1/10 quantity squared plus y minus 9/10 quantity squared equals 442 over 100. And I left it like that. On the exam, your answers will be like that unless otherwise specified to put it in standard form, or I give you standard form. Tangent to the x-axis and the center is on the line 2x plus y minus 1 equals 0, and your radius is 5. Remember, tangent means that the center is on the line perpendicular to the tangent, then perpendicular to the x-axis is a vertical line with undefined slope. Okay, so tangent means that it touches at one point. So this line is the line y equals minus 2x plus 1. So I go through 0, 1, and I have negative slopes, so that means I look like this. Here's x, here's y, and I'm tangent, so my center is somewhere on this line, and my radius is 5, right? So my radius is 5. So here's 5, and my center is on this line, but I hit the graph, I hit the x-axis at 1. So that means I could look like this, where I'm hitting it at one point. Since the radius is 5 and the center is on the line y equals 5, so here's the line y equals 5, or y equals negative 5, right? Because I could have another one down here. So I could be down here and I could come up and hit up here. Then we need to find where y equals negative 2x plus 1 intersects y equals 5 and y equals negative 5 to find the center. So y equals 5 and y equals negative 5. And when it hits those 2 points, that's going to tell me where the center is. So that means x equals negative 2 or x equals 3. But y is 5, so my y value is going to be 5. So my center is going to be at negative 2, 5, or 3, 5, and my radius is 5. Tangent to 2x plus 3y minus 5 equals 0 at 1, 1, and tangent to 2x plus 3y plus 10 equals to 0. So the first thing I want to do is graph this. So I have y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5/3, and I have line B, which is y equals negative 2/3 x plus 10/3. So when I graph this, I look like that. So there's my graph. I have two parallel lines, and I want to find the equation of the circle that's tangent to both those parallel lines, and I'm tangent at 1, 1. So 1, 1 is A. So I'm tangent right here. So what do I need to do this, to find this? So the first thing I need to do is basically the center is going to be somewhere on this dashed line, right? So I need to find where the dashed line hits the other parallel line. My center is going to be halfway between there, and my radius is going to be here. So here's my center, and there's my radius. So in order to find the equation of a circle, I need to find the center and the radius. So how do I find the center? I need to find the perpendicular through AB because that's going to tell me how to find E. So my perpendicular slope is 3/2. So y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5/3. Then my perpendicular slope is 3/2. And I know that that perpendicular line goes through 1, 1. So then I have 1 equals 3/2 times 1 plus b. Then b equals negative 1/2. C, the equation of that perpendicular line, is y equals 3/2 x minus 1/2. So using C and B, I can find point E. I need to find E in order to find my center. So C equals y equals 3/2 x minus 1/2. B equals y equals negative 2/3 x plus 10/3. Setting those two equal to each other. So I have y equals 3/2 x minus 1/2 equals negative 2/3 x plus 10/3. Multiplying everything through by 6, I get 3 times 3x minus 3 times 1 equals negative 2 times 2x plus 2 times 10. 9x minus 3 equals negative 4 plus 10. So x equals negative 17/13. So I find y equals 3/2 times negative 17/13 minus 1/2 equals negative 32/13. So E equals negative 17/13, comma, negative 32/13. Find the distance from A to B, and this is my diameter. So if A is 1, 1 and B is 2x plus 3y plus 10 equals 0, then the distance from A to B is the absolute value of A times x sub 1 plus B y sub 1 plus c over the square root of a squared plus b squared. Then I have D equals 2 times 1 plus 3 times 1 plus 10 over the square root of 2 squared plus 3 squared, which equals 15 over the square root of 13. So my radius is 1/2 my diameter, which is 15 over 2 times the square root of 13. Find the midpoint between A and E, and this is my center. So if E is negative 17 over 13, comma, negative 32 over 13, and A is 1, 1, my midpoint is 1/2 x2 plus x1, comma, y2 plus y1, then my midpoint is 1/2 13/13 minus 17 over 13, comma, 13/13 minus 32 over 13, which gives me negative 2/13, comma, negative 19 over 26 as my center. If I want to find the equation of my circle using x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, I know my center is negative 2 over 13, comma, negative 19 over 26, and r is the square root of 15 over 2 square roots of 13. Then I have x plus 2/13 quantity squared plus y plus 19 over 26 quantity squared equals 225 over 52 is the equation of my circle. Find the equation of the line or lines tangent to x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 10y plus 4 equals 0 from the point 3, 2. Now remember, the radius is perpendicular at the point of tangency. So the first thing I want to do is I want to graph. So there's my circle, and there's my point. So the next thing I want to do is I want to find the center of my circle in standard form. So how do I do this? So that means I need to complete the square. So I have x plus 4x plus blank plus y squared minus 10y plus blank equals negative 4. So 4 divided by 2 squared equals 2 squared plus 4. 10 divided by 2 squared equals 5 squared plus equals 25. So negative 4 plus 4 plus 25. So my equation of my circle in standard form is x plus 2 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 5 squared. So my circle is negative 2, 5, and my radius is 5. So if my center is negative 2, 5, and the point of tangency is 3, 2, I need to find the slope between those 2 points in order to find the slope of the radius. The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's 2 plus 2 over 3 minus 5 equals negative 3/5. The tangent line is perpendicular to the radius. So that means I need to find the perpendicular slope. So the perpendicular slope is I need to flip it and change the sign. So that makes the perpendicular slope 5/3. To find the equation of the tangent line, I'm going to use the point 3, 2 and the perpendicular slope 5/3. So y equals mx plus b, and 2 equals 5/3 times 3 plus b. So 2 equals 5 plus b, so b equals negative 3. So the equation of my tangent line is y equals 5/3 x minus 3. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.